Cherie Hanson here. There are a couple of things running around in my brain. Can you see? I don't know if the visual aspect is in the right ear or the left ear. The first one was I just finished doing a worldwide peace meditation, which was being given by Gaia, the streaming service. And the thing that was interesting about it was they've done this before. And what they do is they monitor the people who are live in the audience to see what their heart rate is and, where their energy centers are. And they also have some scientists collecting data on the area that they send the meditation to. And today, the meditation was for Washington, D.C. The focus was on the 3 high crime areas in Washington, D.C. What they know from the last time they did this, and they selected a place, was the group meditation on peace and love lowered the crime rate in the area that they were focused on. So they're going to be collecting data through the 4 meditations that take place each day, the first week in February, 10 minutes. If you're interested in getting on, it's a YouTube that you can play in real time and be with the group. And it's going to be fascinating to see what the result is, because the idea is if you can lower the fear rate in Washington, D.C., the crime in the really difficult neighborhoods where it's challenging to live and that kind of thing, it will translate to the Capitol building. It will translate to the leaders. And one of the things that many of the people were envisioning was people on both sides of the aisle, the Republicans and the Democrats, coming together with the intention of peace and love and taking care of the country. One thing I got from the meditation was just a feeling of such peace. I could feel my heart expanding. The first vision I had was flowers popping up, because flowers are love for me. I mean, they really are. How can you not see flowers as love? So flowers growing up in these neighborhoods, flowers so beautiful, so profuse, just popping up. And then the next vision I got, which is dear to my heart, was the sense that the neighborhood that was being protected had children free to ride their bikes, to run outside, to splash through mud puddles, to live without fear of being shot or violence around them. And this is so important to me in terms of my life story and in terms of my intention as a teacher. If we're intent on protecting children and giving them a stable, loving, peaceful life, we will come together and make changes. And I could see the children out playing in the neighborhoods, and all of these angels were flying over the children, white angels with big wings, protecting them and taking care of them. So that was my experience. If you are interested in joining, you don't have to sign up ahead of time. You can just go to YouTube and look at Gaia peace meditation, and that video will pop up. 10 minutes, that's not a lot out of your life. The next thing I wanted to talk about was something that was reminded to me and to those watching about Nicholas A. Christakis' research into social contagion. What we believe, what our vibration is playing at, spreads. Other people around us pick it up. It's like a sneeze. You're vibrating out in the world like a really nasty, wet sneeze. But this is a good thing. And he has found through his scientific studies that if 50 people calm the hell down and walk out into the world with confidence in their bodies, confidence in themselves, in their intention, in their deep, deep surrender to love, however it shows up, that it changes 1.5 million people around them. Not instantaneously, it's like a virus. It has to jump from one person to another. So this is a delightful thought for those that are deciding that we're all going to hell in the same handbasket. And I think it's an endangered species skin handbasket. You know, it's really nasty. So the myth is that we are powerless. The myth is that we are separate. The myth is we're alone in all of this. And that's perfect because there's nothing better than locking a frightened, angry, freaking out child in a dark room alone, because that's going to help things. So what do we do for ourselves? What we do for ourselves is we keep reinstalling the knowledge that we do have power, that we are creating a better world. And the big issue is you need to believe it. Now, for me, I like watching science. I like reading statistics. I like knowing that over the decades, they found that group meditations have lowered the crime rates in different areas that are focused on. I'm so governed by intellect that I have to see evidence first before I step into it. The other thing that we need to know is that everything we do matters. That's the big lie. That's the big lie that has been told us ever since we were born. Nothing you do matters. You are a slave. You are a weakling. You are a captive. And what we know to be true, if we look at the history of cultural change, and I love reading histories of a country or a culture for 1,000 or 2,000 years and watch how change comes in and shifts everything. People in China aren't having the lotus foot anymore. News out there. In Western culture, women can actually own a business, a house, have a credit card. Give me credit cards, baby, because that's power. No, it isn't. We know changes come, but the blindness that we experience is we don't know how they come. Do you know that Marie Curie, at a time when very few women were scientists, had 45 women working on scientific experiments? They spread their knowledge out. They changed the concept of what was happening in the world. One person who now employed 45 women who were now being examples for how many other women. So when you head out the door, this is something I really, really want you to think about. You are bringing change. When you stand and look at another person, you are bringing change. You are either bringing optimism, compassion, kindness, and a really calm, centered sense of strength. Or you are spreading fear. You are making the other person angry, fearful. They'll lower their IQ to 60 so that the puppet masters have them. This is the greatest act of rebellion you can have in your life. It's just get out there as a healed, strong, centered person with the intention of infecting everybody with compassion. Think about that. Isn't that a great feeling? Are you powerful? Hell yes, you are. You're very powerful. The person that you are standing across from at the counter, the neighbor that is over the fence, the people you work with, your family, you are infecting them with greater optimism and greater hope, or you are infecting them with fear and no confidence in themselves, the world, the universe. We're just sitting here waiting for an asteroid to hit us. So today is a good day, February 1st, to head out the door with the idea of being like an anarchist. But you're an anarchist of disruption of the darkness that is going on right now. Set out the door with that intention. Don't expect results right away because the 50 people take a while to infect the 1.5 million, but it will happen. I wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to my video. I want to thank everyone who has given me a thumbs up or a lovely comment. I think we're on this. I think we're understanding it. And I think we can see what we're called to do now with greater clarity. If you want a psychic reading, if you want to have a look at your contract with yourself and upgrade, get a hold of me. I can do a reading for you. I've been able to do amazing things in my life with my body, with my health, with my my vibration. I can help you with that as well. Thank you. I appreciate